And I believe we're live. What's happening, everybody? And welcome to Combroplations. Welcome to this hands-on live demo with Jeff Keighley and all of us bros, obviously, of the DualSense controller. Yes, we're going to be doing that today. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm like 6 minutes late over there, guys, but it wouldn't be Combrostations if we weren't even a little bit late, right? If we're on time or earlier, people are going to start freaking out. They're like, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, thank you all for being here, guys. There's a ton of you already here. Hooky, Diogo, D, Catspot, Oscar, Darkness Eyes, Josh. Man, tons of you guys. Hussein, oh my god, too many of you guys. Super Bleach. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you all for supporting the bros, coming out, taking the time out of your day to see some gaming. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching this this hands-on demo of the DualSense controller. It should be quite something. Should be quite something. I'm interested as to what they're gonna show off. I don't know what they're going to actually show. I mean, they can show the controller, but is there anything more? I mean, we haven't seen the back of it, so that's one thing. But is there something that they're gonna show us? Like they go, oh, so it can do this, and then it transforms into like a Megazord or something like that. What are they actually gonna show? Yeah, man, close up, Eddie. Hey, how's it going, boys? How's it going? Yeah. Watching this on your TV and you're seeing it even bigger, Eddie. Diogo, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it, bro. Being late is the new tech issues. Thank you, Darkness. Well, it's because of the tech issues that I'm always late. That's the reason why. Yeah, so we've been doing some stuff today. Yeah, it's going to be quite cool. What is everyone looking forward to? What is everyone expecting from this? I'm hoping that they're going to announce some sort of cool feature. Like one cool feature, but I mean, how cool could it get? It's a controller at the end of the day. It's going to control your video games. I mean, what more can it do? I don't know what it's going to be. Casper is saying transforms into a fleshlight. Well, shit, he just nailed it, guys. That's the thing we want. That's the thing we didn't know we wanted and are gonna do. Totally. It's totally gonna happen. Troy Baker, the true gamer, is here. How is it going, my man? You'd like to the UI stuff, but it probably won't. Yeah, I mean, because it's not from PlayStation, even though PlayStation have probably given them Jeff Keighley express written consent and probably watching in the background to turn off the stream at any moment. I don't think we're going to see the UI, unfortunately, but you never know. I mean, we don't know how long this hands-on thing is going to be. I'm sure, you know, I'm completely in the dark here, completely in the dark. Hey, Kierman, how's it going, my boy? Jake Ryan, how's it going, my man? Thanks for coming, brosif. So hold on, Sheps, hold on. So Sheps, Sheps, you can join if you want to. You're gonna have to be a voice because I don't have everything set up to put your face and shit or a picture up for you. But if you're cool with that, I'm definitely down for you to be on here. I mentioned this to you before, and you're like, "Let me see how things go." Dead silence after that. Dead silence after that. I just want the DualShock 4 sticks so I don't have to mess up my sensitivity. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. The thing is, the DualShock 4, near perfect. It has some battery life issue. What else did it have? People didn't like the light bar, but again, that was another battery life thing. They were like, I'll happily sacrifice this light bar for extra battery life. And I was like, oh, okay, same thing. Other than that, pretty damn perfect. The touchpad was a glorified map button, wasn't it? It's a glorified map button. I legit forgot until the notification for the stream reminded me. That's classic us. That's classic us. What can we say? What can we say, bro? Troy Baker is voicing your lawnmower, Sheps. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He voices everything, so yeah. I don't think I got it all there. If anyone has any tips on how to get your glasses clean, I am such a noob at this. I think the battery life is fine. I have a light bar on dim and it works. Yeah, see, I do that as well. But people still complain about it. I don't know if this is, and this is entirely possible because there are extremely dumb people in the world. If these people are just so dumb that they're like, oh, my controller doesn't, the light bar, buh. But then again, if it's not something that's going to be used in every single game, then it is a feature that does drain battery life. So it's kind of like, I get the point they're making, but they're idiots, you know? Troy Baker says, I actually had a talk with the host of the show, and they told me all the types of shit being able to wipe your ass with on the controller. Yeah, dude, I've got my controller charging stand right here. 2 controllers, and every night it goes back on charge. And I'm not gaming for like 8 hours straight. I mean, there was that one time in Red Dead that I did that. So what's your point? What's the problem? Eddie gets special glasses wipes. Been using them since the age of 4, and I'm nearly 21. You're nearly 21. Well, until you become an adult, I won't take your advice. No, I'm joking. Hold on, Sheps is trying to call me. Let's set up this Discord window here. Alright guys, you guys are going to experience live tech issues. We're going to see if we can get Sheps in this call. I just noticed I've still got Ethan's Twitter handle down below, like down here. 1 second, guys. 1 second while we try this. All right. Okay, I don't think that can be picked up. Hey, bros, if I can hear you, I'm still just trying to get it to go through the computer. Just give me a sec. That's the app open. Do you know what? I actually on the stream I've got yours, mine, and Ethan's Twitter handle, and then in the next screen it's just me. So I don't know what the deal. You know, I just didn't expect it. Stay Soundflower 2. Let me switch that to Soundflower 2. Sheps. Okay, I can hear you, and the stream can't hear you yet. God damn it, here we go. This is what's going to happen. The tech issues are going to destroy us. Loop back. Aha! Aha! I know your issue, bitch. Not yet, not yet. Hold on. Give me a test, Sheps. That didn't... In a cucumber. You're saying funny things, by the way, and they can't hear you. So it's just the one-sided me laughing at your funny jokes. Okay, why doesn't it go through? What's going on here? Shep, say something for me.
Testing.
There we go. I think they can hear you now.
Here.
There we go. They can hear you now, good sir. And I'm getting... Okay, that's good. That's on. That's on. All right, so yeah, Sheps has joined the call. How you doing, Sheps, with the inverted gamer himself?
I'm not doing good. I'm still waiting for this frickin' game.
Oh, you're still waiting for Ghost of Tsushima?
I should have taken... Were you at work today?
For like 5 minutes in the morning, and that was it. But I was doing other shit, so I haven't even got to play it. You could have taken it.
I was going to say, I should have taken your frickin'... Anyway, apparently my volume needs to go up.
Yeah, I've turned it up now, so it should be good. Should be good.
Cool, cool. Perfect, perfect.
And your voice is being voiced by Troy Baker, apparently, as well.
That's true. I mean, I am voiced by Troy Baker. That's a real legit thing. I love how that meme stuck around.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that to somebody randomly in like 2045, and they're going to be like, what?
What the fuck are you talking about? You kids don't know nowadays.
Right. On the plus side, the lawnmower stopped, so that's good.
Wait, that's a plus right there.
And not being able to play Ghost of Tsushima. Wow.
That is pretty bad right there. I'm not going to lie. I would not like to be Sheps and not be able to play Ghost of Tsushima right now. It's
to the point where, like, even about a week ago, I sent you the gif of the cyberpunk dude running around with the samurai sword, and I was like, me after making all the Ghost of Tsushima content, like even cyberpunk, I'm playing it like this, and I can't play. Everybody's playing it, and I can't.
It's so true.
Amazon, so I think I'm going to use your place for the next game, but man, man, I hate it.
I'm trying to find the stream. Here we go. There we go. There's the stream. All right, I've got it open, and I can't mute it yet until it starts. So there might be a moment where suddenly you guys hear audio. Don't worry about it. Hey Snow, how's it going, my man? Thanks for joining us, Zach Brosif, my boy.
Zach, my gamer.
I'm going to stay and listen, but my I'm going to keep playing Ghost of Tsushima. He's saying. You see, he's playing Ghost of Tsushima. Even Zach,
Even Zach.
and Zach's not even a real gamer. He's not even a real gamer.
True.
He doesn't even know.
True.
God damn
Shoot me
it.
the link to what you're watching. We'll sync up as well.
Cool. Where is Discord? There it is.
Cool.
There you go. Links for you right there.
Yeah, no, I was keen to do it because, like, don't get me wrong, I know I didn't exactly kill it with content, but I felt there was only so much you could make. You know, when you had the same 18 minutes that you had to chop up to make it seem relevant.
They didn't
now
give
I
out
actually
a
have
lot
the
yet.
game.
They didn't give out a lot in the like build up to the game's release. They were like, yeah, it's a samurai game. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Okay, cool.
Exactly. So I'm keen on it. I cannot wait to, like, you know, make videos about like random haunted huts and, you know, whatever shit, right? Like what's at the bottom of Tsushima Lake or whatever, right? The Kohaku River, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't have it. I don't have it.
There you
I
go.
can't. I literally can't.
Darkness Eyes 23 says tinfoil hat time. It's Amazon's conspiracy to hinder the development of Eat Sleep Game Repeat channel. Do you know what? I believe it. I believe it. Good old Jeff Bezos over there. Sorry, asshole Jeff Bezos over there is trying to hold the little man down. That's what he's trying to do.
That's it. They cannot. They're putting chemicals in the YouTubes to turn the content creators gay. You know,
that's it.
Man. So what are we expecting to see from this, boys?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it as well, and I mentioned it at the beginning. I think Catsper said that it will transform into a fleshlight, which is a good shout.
Wouldn't be bad.
It definitely wouldn't be. I mean, a lot of gamers would be like, I can get rid of the girlfriend. All right, yeah, fucking
Right, exactly.
great.
Finally, something to use those girl gamer condoms on.
So, you know how if you put a condom on... Now, let's not do it now. Let's not do this now. This isn't the Conversations podcast. What was I going to say just then?
No idea, bro.
I'm kind of worried. I don't know exactly what they're going to show because end of the day, it's a controller. It's got buttons and it's got triggers. We already know that it's got the haptic feedback triggers. We know that it's got those adaptive triggers. We know that it's a different shape, but really you can't understand that until it's in your hand.
Yeah.
We know it's USB-C. Is there much else to really know about a controller?
No, there really isn't, to be honest. I mean, unless they're going to show, unless it's like customizable, like that outer molding, if that can come off and you can change it, that's maybe one thing you would show for this.
Yeah.
Maybe different controllers that are coming at launch. Or
Possibly.
it's an excuse for them to demo something while saying they're showing off the controller, you know?
That's what I think it might be. I think, and this is just me thinking of like, this is the negative Eddie popping out. It doesn't come out often, guys, so, you know, relish it while it's here. I think it might just be Jeff Keighley going, bruv, I got the DualSense controller early before everyone else. What you saying? I got this controller. It looks pretty nice. Pretty hefty. The triggers feel good. All right, thanks a lot. See you later, guys. And it's just going to be like a 10-minute presentation just doing that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we won't know, obviously, until we see it. And because it is so kind of obscure, such a weird thing to be demoing, I can't even make a prediction about like, oh yeah, they're going to show off like, I don't think they're going to show off the UI, for example, right?
Nah.
So it won't be that.
So you won't give that away.
It might be a good place for them to demo a first-party title to be like, hey, look, you saw some of Ratchet and Clank. Well, here's the controller, and it's so you can see it. But
yeah,
I mean, it's a weird thing to do a whole post on, you know?
Yeah. Because it's not Sony themselves, it makes me feel a bit. I mean, it brings down the hype just a little bit. It's like, okay, maybe it's not going to be the biggest thing in the world. But, I mean, Jeff's well-rooted in the industry. The guy's got the connections. He knows everybody. Everyone respects him as well. So, I totally believe that if he was able to snag something, if anyone was able to snag anything, it would be him. It would be him.
It's a weird one. I just don't know why you would do it for the controller on its own, you know?
Yeah, a bit of a weird one. What are we saying in the comment section here? Darkness Eyes saying Bug Snacks gameplay. Beat the how's the day going? How's it going, Oscar, my man? Yeah, boy. Catspaw was saying earlier to our for our Gamer Go condoms thing, $10 for just one condom is way too much. Hey, Husseino, how's it going, my man? Thank you very much for that donation, my man. Thank you for that £1.60 donation. He goes, is this donation, what's it say there? God damn it, I missed it. Hold on, let me get my stream labels open again.
Is this donation voiced by Troy Baker?
It's gonna take a second. Loading, loading. Loading. He says, "Is this donation voiced by Troy Baker?" Yes, it is. Do you not hear the announcer's voice when she reads it out? It's actually Troy Baker putting on a female voice. Should we sync up our video just to be cool gamers? Alright. Grab the stream alert. Put that to the side instead of in front of my face. Alright, I'm pausing mine. Could you pause yours for half a second, then unpause it? Yes, perfect. I overdid it one time. Thank you, my bro, for the donation there, my man. All of that money helps out, and it gets us closer to that PC build. In fact, we're on the PC build. We just need to order it, but it's gonna add to it and make it even epicer. If that's even a word. Yeah, even. Mate, no, even epicer, we're done. Oh shit, we got another one. My boy Cats McCorrell over here. He says, donating to laugh at Shep's not being able to play Ghost of Tsushima. Haha, noob. Wow. Say that again, speak again for me, Sheps. Oh, yeah, your audio did cut out. What happened there? Strange, okay, your audio is stopped again for some reason. I'm gonna work on that. Okay, let's see what we got. That's gonna go into there. Oh, hot damn. This is my jam. Not too sure at the moment. Sorry guys, let me just work my way through this. That's fine. Stream alerts. But that's on. Say something for me, bro. Your audio's there, but it's not coming through. That's going to there. Loopback is set to.
Typical.
Oh, there you go. Your voice is back now.
Am I back? Am I back? Still nope.
Let me just check on the donation again. Let me replay a donation. I think
so
that might have stopped it.
Hear the dono being read out, just so you know.
Yeah. That's.
But I think that
has something
we've always
to do
had trouble with that killing my audio, haven't we?
Let's have a look. So that's set to that. Alright, I've pressed replay.
So the chat can hear me. That's good because we got like a 2-minute delay, or a minute delay. I'm sorry. However much it is, 45 seconds.
There we go.
I paid in US dollar. If I would have been a tie. If I didn't, it would have been a tie.
So there we go, guys. I think everyone's back, and if you guys can hear that donation as well, clearly.
Not being able to play Ghost of Tsushima.
It's reading it out. There we go. So yeah, let me know if that sounded okay, and then we can get right into it. All right.
Coolio.
All right. So we have, how long have we got left?
5.5 minutes.
Lovely. 5.5 minutes until we get this hands-on DualSense controller event started. Again, don't know what the fuck we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting regardless. And yeah, we can see what's going on. I actually have my brother. He was supposed to come over at like 5 o'clock on the dot, and I was like, bruv, I'm a serious gamer. Get the hell out of here. We're moving our little meetup thing all the way to 6:30. So this thing better be wrapped up by then.
A little meetup ting, yeah.
A little meetup ting, bruv. Don't you know I'm a ghetto fam? I'm ghetto.
That's it. Let me know when his car's done though.
Yeah, his Mustang. That thing is pretty sweet. It'll probably be a while, but it's damn good.
It's getting close.
Yeah. What did you say in the side? You said I paid in USD. If I didn't, It wouldn't have been. Would have been a tie. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay.
I think for his donation amount.
Yeah. $2. I see. That's why it came up in 160. I was like, who typed in 160? Who typed in
Yeah,
160? But bro, doesn't matter. To us, it's exactly the same. Even if you do what Diogo did and you donate £50, it's still the same as $1 or $2. Same to us.
That's I mean, we appreciate all donors. That's for sure. One of the things I did want to say is we have funded the streaming PC, but until we actually buy it, every donation we're putting towards it, including Patreon money. So
yeah,
what we had set for 500 might end up being like a 650 PC. You know, and we can.
I think it's gonna be around that because people donated and it got to like 550. This month's Patreon as well. I think it's around about 650, something like that. So we're gonna have something decent.
It should be good, especially because like we don't have to pay for the monitor because we've already got one of those. So we're literally that's additional stuff. It's not, we don't have to worry about that.
We also saved on the hard drives as well. I've got an SSD and a normal one, so that's gonna be great.
Right, exactly. So we can really spend all that money just on like CPU, GPU, RAM, and cooling, and then we're literally golden. So like that's what we need, isn't it?
Did you see Henry Cavill building his gaming PC?
I did, and the guy's such a Chad. I just
fuck, man.
If I wasn't a real gamer, and this straight, actually no one's that straight.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
You know, I just I do like that he genuinely does that shit. You know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But, mate, the dude's got to have a home gym.
Straight up, bruv, because don't get me wrong, he's not Superman level, but he is still tonk. He is still in great shape. And I'm like, bruv, and we're over here.
Above regular dude, isn't it? He's well above regular dude.
And we're over here dying because we haven't gone to the gym in like, well, we haven't been to the gym in a while, but we're like, fuck, what's this now? Nothing.
I picked something up and I was like, oh shit, put it back down. Better like make sure I'm in a good position to pick this thing up. And it wasn't major, I wasn't moving a fridge, and I was like, oh shit, I'm so weak, I can't lift anything out of position now. Like, I hated it,
mate. I cut my grass today, right? And I had like those wheelie bins that you have in front of your house for like rubbish and stuff. I had one of those filled with grass, and I went to go dump it all out. And normally I'm just like, fuck it, bruv, I'll pick that up. I fucking pick stuff up in my work all the time. I don't need to worry about nothing. And I started to go, I was like, do you know what? This is a bit heavy. This is this is interesting. I've not struggled in a while. Let me bend the knees. All right, let's get into this thing.
That's exactly it. And I'm just like, I was deadlifting like 100 kg for reps, 3 months ago. Why can't I lift this like full bin bag, or like I'm taking my shopping in and I'm like, oh, you know what? I might have to do 2 trips.
And that's,
like, I'm not gonna. But
I was gonna say we're men. We don't, but we probably do need to.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, maybe I should.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, but maybe I should.
A couple of comments just here. Diogo just got some fat donuts. Where'd you get them from, my friend? And you're making my mouth salivate. Ordering pizza, says Cats Coral tonight, as it's my cheat day from Keto. That's a good man right there.
Nice.
Pizza sounds nice. What kind of pizza, by the way? If you mention pineapples, I'm ending the stream before the thing starts. I'm ending it.
My mum got a pineapple plant. I assumed they grew on trees, for the record.
Oh yeah, I didn't think they grew on the ground, on the ground until I saw one. I was like, whoa. They grow on the ground?
Yeah, I was like, how have you got this pineapple in this plant? And she was like, it's a pineapple plant. I'm like, nah, they definitely grow on trees. Like, definitely. Plus, like, I didn't know this. Peanuts grow underground.
They do?
I'm pretty sure they're like...
No way.
Yeah, they're like potato type things, that are underground. They come out looking like a bean thing. You pop them out like they were peas. And then they're nuts. Who knew that?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
In it, Super Bleach, pineapple tree sounds dumb. It sounds made up. It sounds like something a fucking 3-year-old would say. And you're like, I know you're a toddler and you're learning to talk, but that's so stupid.
You're such a dumb.
You're dumb.
10 seconds left, guys. Let's kick it over to the live stream. Let me know what the audio sounds like, guys. Whether it's too loud, too quiet, whatever it might be, and we will get this stream going. Oh god, I pressed pause for a second.
Shots of the thing. Good old Jeff.
Good old Jeffy Jeff.
Big compared to the DualShock 4.
Yeah, it is.
Which I'm not minding. The
right
DS4 is
here
about
is the
right, but it's still a
PlayStation 5
touch small.
DualSense. Yes, it's powered up because we are going to go
Oh shit.
hands-on with the PlayStation
What?
5.
Oh, hands on with the
You guys
PlayStation
are
5 as
feeling,
well.
And this is a special summer game fest.
All right.
Really a special year for all of us that new consoles are coming out.
I feel like this might just be
and
Jeff flexing.
I think it is.
A lot of people have wondered what PlayStation 5 is going to play like. A big part of that is the controller and the experience.
He needs to upgrade his mic.
Games, especially because this controller is a little different than the traditional DualShock. And I've got that here, my PS4 Pro DualShock. This is a form factor that really has been around since the original PlayStation.
I'm kind of sad to see this
various different forms
current shape go, but
back then. But the DualSense introduces a couple new innovations, and having played it here for a couple of hours, I'll kind of summarize those for you before we get into some gameplay.
Oh, gameplay! Woohoo!
Yeah, see, didn't I say they should showcase something?
The L2 and R2. So outside of the game environment, you just kind of pull these down like any controller. But when you're in a game, there's actually the possibility to create tension points or haptics inside of these adaptive triggers. So imagine pulling this down and feeling the pressure
like
from
it pushes
a bow
back and stuff. I like that.
That's pretty cool.
Even
Pretty cool.
in an action game,
Make it louder, people
pulling
are
this
saying.
down
I'll
and
do that.
Feeling active reload points where designers can actually create tension points as you pull this down at certain percentages, and give the player feedback. So I think that's a unique sensation that is going to have.
That's
pretty
cool
big
with the
impact, I
haptic
think,
feedback and
longer
adding
term
tension
on,
and stuff. It's something I'm
gameplay.
definitely turning off
The
for
other
Call of
thing
Duty.
inside
Yeah,
this controller
right.
are the haptics. So
And that's going to drain the frick out
PlayStation
battery.
had Rumble for quite some time, but the haptics add another layer to the experience. It's not just sort of one Rumble point, so it's not just kind
That's
of
cool.
on or off. There's the ability to create other sensations, as you'll see in this demo. I'm going to show you.
I was really turned on by
Astrobot's
this when they were
Playroom.
showing off the
You'll see
console,
what
by the
ice
way.
feels like, what sand
As an
feels like, the
animator,
difference.
animator in
The
quotation
other thing
marks,
that
I'm
I've
really
noticed
turned
is
on by
that
that.
the speaker in the DualSense,
Yeah, that little
it feels like it has
animation
much
was very,
more range than
very
the PlayStation
slick.
4 speaker, and it often directly ties into what's happening with the haptics. At least in Astro's Playroom, there's much more variety in the types of sounds coming out of the speaker. And I'm sure every game will use it differently or may not use it as much. But at least in this demo, you really do sense that there's a lot going on with the haptics and there's sound that ties into it. And then when you combine that with the Tempest 3D engine in PlayStation 5 for the speakers, the sort of harmony between the controller sound and what's happening in the PlayStation 5 is really, really unique and interesting. So those are the things I noticed in it. Some people have asked also about like, what's the weight of it? What does it feel like? Compared to the DualShock for PS4, it definitely weighs a little bit more, but doesn't feel substantially heavier. And if anything, I think it actually has a little more heft to it in a good way, that it feels more structured and there's more sort of inside of it. So centered, but definitely feels good to me. So let's talk about what we're going to play today. What we're going to check out is Astro's Playroom, and that is the game that comes packed with the PlayStation 5.
Comes with every PlayStation 5,
It
this
is
game.
pre-installed on the system. You don't even have to download it. And it's not just like
I wonder if it's something we can delete off the PlayStation.
demo of
Probably.
15 minutes. It's a multi-hour game.
Hope so.
We're going to get to play one section of it today.
I mean, I'll probably play it. It
and
looks like it's
I
going to
think
be
the reason
fun,
we're
most
playing this
likely,
is
but-
because it comes
The
with the system
Astrobot
and it
VR
showcases
game won
the
Game of the
controller.
Year for
So,
VR.
Of course,
So
everyone
if
wants
this
to
is
see
a
what
thing version. It might be good.
Horizon Forbidden
but not
West
great.
looks
Yeah,
like
I'm
on
sure
the
it's
system.
great,
And
but I
this
think
is
it's
a
the
demo
kind of game that,
is
especially for
focused, I
me,
think, more on
I'm gonna
the
prioritize the
controller
space,
and
you know?
the haptics,
Yeah.
the adaptive triggers, versus trying to showcase the power of the SSD
Just show
or
us the stuff,
the
bro.
true graphics horsepower of PS5. So that's all stuff we can look forward to. We've seen those games, at the event, and they look spectacular. So that's another aspect of PS5 that I'm sure hopefully we'll get to see more of in the coming weeks. But at least right now, we're going to look at the controller and how that relates to gameplay with Astro's Playroom. So let's call it up here and go hands-on live with PS5. So you can even hear the sound of my bot walking around.
Oh, it's coming out of the controller.
So full 6 degrees of motion as always. Looks like I'm going to have to flick up here. on the pad to release my
So
bot.
it's not just a map
And
button.
we are in
Oh,
CPU
no, yeah, it is.
Plaza. The thing about this game, as you will see in this demo, there are a lot of references to the history of PlayStation. So Cooling Springs is the area that is open on Jeff's demo of this game. And we are going to jump in here and just go through this experience. All right, so we're on the beach here. There are beach balls you can play around with. There are some bots.
See, I said I bet they just showcase
enjoying life,
a game,
sunning themselves,
and
bot
you're
on
not even
vacation
really
here.
seeing the
Can I
controller.
disrupt them? Let's do it. How rude of me, right?
That's so rude.
And then we're going to head on over here into this sandstorm created by, I guess, these CPU fans. And again, when you get into this environment, I'm static here, but you hear the crisp sounds of sand coming at you.
Because I won't be playing with my
tension
headset
in the
on.
controller from going over this sand
Like-
environment, and then you push further in.
It's cool that the sound comes from the
Yeah.
controller. You
And
know,
look,
Yeah.
the rubber
But it's not
ducks are
like-
back.
it's not something I care about.
Remember the duck demos? PlayStation 3, I think that was. Rubber ducks. All right, so I have this suit, and I'm going to push
zip
up
up?
on the controller.
All right.
Zip them up. This is the frog suit. And this frog suit shows off the adaptive controllers. So I'm going to move my controller left and right. And these adaptive
This
triggers
feels like 6-axis
are really,
Yeah,
really
basically.
cool. I've
Stuff
never
that
felt something
we're
like
never
this before
using.
in a console controller. As you push down on the controller, there's tension now in these adaptive triggers, and it's programmable. One thing
Wow,
that
Aiden
I think is
just-
really fun
just
about this demo is it
Going
makes you
hard.
think
Says
of
voice
how
streamers are more focused on the mess than
Mother-
Eddie's
technologies are going to
background.
be
No one
used
can
in
see that. No
other
one can
games.
see
You
that right
think
there.
of
That's
Ratchet and Clank. I mean,
let's
obviously,
hold that
a lot
right
of
there.
this gameplay similar in style to a Ratchet game. So you think of all
Yeah,
those
this feels like
crazy
6-axis
graphics
stuff.
that we
Like, I'm
saw.
glad that there are
on
options for
stream,
anybody that wants to be able to
but
do it, but I
with
don't see this
type
being
of
like the way
control,
forward.
it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
So now
that's
we made it
that's
to
at least for the
frozen
moving left to right. But I
area.
think it was also he was trying to. I mean, this is the problem with not having it in our hands
And
when he's trying to
here-
explain something. He's
Yeah.
trying to
Down
explain the tension of the
this.
frog
And
jumping
again,
using
you
the haptic feedback
see
triggers.
this ice, but you
but you
hear
need to
a
feel that in
storm
order to know what
literally
that's like, innit?
inside of
Right,
the
exactly.
DualSense.
It's like trying to describe
and
what something tastes
a
like.
small
Yeah,
little
yeah.
rumble from the haptics. Little ice shards here. As you go past every ice shard, you hear the little tink of the ice shard. I wonder if, like, if I put
I
this
mean,
up to the mic,
I'm gonna be honest. So far,
Like,
it just kind of looks like a
not
PlayStation
ASMR,
game.
this is
Yeah,
ASMR.
it's not too.
Do you guys hear that?
groundbreaking.
Not blowing me
Footsteps?
away.
All this is
I'm
coming
sure
out of
this
the
is going to be
controller.
fun, but it's
Gotta
it's
check
not.
Yeah.
it here. Now this one,
And we also have to remember this
You
isn't a
actually have to
PlayStation
blow
showcase,
in.
even though PlayStation have told him to do this.
That's
you know?
interesting. That's an interesting little thing.
Ooh.
Did you see
yeah,
I
that?
this
did
one
see it.
you
What was
pull
that?
On the
back,
controller
just
to-
like a bow and arrow almost.
To blow the
And
fan.
Look, I unlocked a PlayStation
Okay.
3.
All right.
I have a PlayStation.
That is pretty cool,
5.
actually. And look, you got a PlayStation
Well,
3.
I had a lot of
Yay!
fun playing with the DualSense controller and Astrobot. And I wanted to get a little more information on all things PlayStation. So joining me now is the worldwide head of marketing at
So this guy's
PlayStation,
either a
Eric
suit or a
Lampel.
genius,
Eric,
and I'm
how
not
we
sure
doing?
which yet.
Hi Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I got to go hands on with PS5.
Head
which
of
was a nice
worldwide
surprise
marketing,
this
so
week. I
I'm
was
not going to
expecting
say
it, but,
genius. So,
you guys
straight
are full
away.
of surprises for PS5. It looks like.
Like,
Yeah, and
It's
you're one of
either
the
him
first
or
to
he's
actually
hired
touch
someone
the
and he's the
DualSense
suit,
outside
you
of
know?
the
Yeah.
company and the developers. I'd love to know what you think. This is a big thing for us.
Yeah, no. Again, I'm used to going to a big event and playing with everyone, but the fact that I got it here and got to play it was really special. And I have to say, after watching the event and seeing the games, I was excited. But the gameplay feels like a whole other dimension to the experience. With what's happening with the adaptive
You can blow
triggers
on a
and the
controller.
haptics and everything. So it was one of those things
Like,
that. I was
that's
playing
cool.
Astrobot,
That'll be
but
cool
imagining
for like
all the
when your
other
little
games,
cousins
how
round
that's
and
going
you
to
just
to
throw
impact
on
the
the
experience.
PlayStation to
And
keep
one
them
thing I'd
occupied.
heard is that demo or version of it you guys actually shared with developers initially.
That's true. So what you played is a part of a title called Astro's Playroom. It was in our show a few weeks ago, and it's installed on every PlayStation 5. So everyone who buys a PlayStation 5 will get this game. and it really shows off a
It just
lot of
feels
the
like
features
knack,
of the platform, but
to be honest.
really does a great job of showing all the benefits
But
of
not
the
made
DualSense
by
controller.
Mark Cerny.
So what we did is
Right,
early on,
exactly.
we had another version of the title that we took around to the developers that were
I'm
engaged
sure
in
it'll be fun.
PlayStation
I'll
5
give it a go,
development,
but I think it's an
and
easy
showed them what was
uninstall for me.
possible
Yeah.
with a title. And it's been a great example, and it's really opened up people's minds to how they can use this new device and
Yeah,
really
I'm
the
sure
new
it actually
features of the
did what it was
controller.
supposed
But
to do. And he was
you know, I
saying
would
just
say when
there where
people
they
get
gave it
their
around to
PlayStation 5,
developers
that should
so they
probably one of
could
the
see
first
what
things
the
they do,
like the
is just
different
jump in
aspects of the
there
controller
and
and what
experience
you could
this,
put on
'cause
screen and
as
how
you've
it could
seen,
interact and
it's
stuff
pretty
like
special.
that.
No, we've been using
be
the
fun
same
for a little bit.
a similar kind of form factor of DualShock
that's
for
all.
many generations. And obviously, adding
I'm
analog
sure it's
sticks
going to be a
and
good game.
rumble and things like
And
that.
I'm sure the
and
DualShock, the
the
DualSense
touchpad. But
is going to be
this
a great
feels like, you know, it's a
controller,
bit of a
because that's the link
redesign, but
between
I really
player and
like how
game,
it
right?
feels in
But
my hands. And I imagine for
there's only so much it has to
PlayStation, when
do.
you were conceiving a PS5 and Mark Cerny was
Okay, do you know what?
architecting
This
it,
trailer's actually
I
looking a
imagine
lot
the
better
controller
than
and a lot of
This
those
trailer looks
innovations
way
were
better.
a lot
right
better
there
than
at the
what Jeff
beginning of
was
something
doing.
that you wanted to
Way
do.
better.
It's true. You know, as we've said many times with PlayStation 5, it's a brand new generation.
Bring back
and
Sing
we
Star.
believe in
That's right, Victor.
generations. So we want to evolve every part of the experience. And the controller is really the most intimate part of the experience. It's the extension of the player. So, you know, we thought a lot about this. And one of the things we could have done is just iterate on the DualShock. We've done that for many years. You know, the gamers absolutely love the DualShock. They tell us it's the best controller we've ever made, the latest edition. But we thought, no, let's go a step further. Let's see how a new generation can express a whole new feeling. And that's where the DualSense came about. So early on, it was part of the plan to evolve the experience. And, you know, there are many parts of that experience, but this is a really unique part that
Dude,
truly
it's not
took a
that
step
big a
forward in
change.
gaming.
Come on.
You mentioned you believe in generations. I guess it's a bit of a controversial opinion to some people about this idea that, you know, generations are going to sort of break with the past, right? And I wanted you to maybe talk a bit about that, because it does seem like that's like a cardinal sort of virtue of the PlayStation promises, that there is this sort of, you know, break from the past, a new generation with a new console
Phil's
games
saying
optimized
specifically the
for that
opposite,
system.
that the
Just
generations,
kind of working
there won't be
across,
generations. They will blend
you know,
into one.
multiple devices and multiple generations. Can you maybe give us a little bit more perspective on the controller being a part of that, but that view, which is obviously counter, you know, we've seen Xbox saying something different around that. Why is that so important to PlayStation as a principle of the sort of the architecture of PlayStation 5?
Jeff is fishing. Jeff is fishing.
Well, specifically for us, a big pillar of our company is innovation. It's a pillar of Sony Corporation. It's also a pillar of the PlayStation company. And, you know, we are always trying to push the boundaries. You know, we push the boundaries of play. That's what we say internally. We want to excite gamers. We want to deliver new experiences. So as we go into a new piece of hardware, it really has to check the box on a lot of different areas to fulfill those promises. And we a lot of developers about this. You know, we've gone out there, we've talked to people about what they want in a next generation console. And really to do that, you've got to deliver a lot. And I think what's really unique about the DualSense is that it plays into another one of your senses. But we're covering a lot of the senses with PlayStation 5. I mean, first and foremost, I'd say in gaming, for the history of gaming, you know, the first sense is seeing. It's all the visuals, it's the graphics.
Looking at the
and
controller,
naturally, with every generation,
We
the
can't see
graphics
it.
improve. With PlayStation 5, we're taking a leap forward there. And then there's sounds, and we're introducing a new form of 3D audio, which will be really powerful no matter what you're playing, no matter how you're playing. And then the next piece is touch. And, you know, touch has been around for a while. We've had force feedback. Of course, we've had different types of force feedback and rumble in the DualShock, but this takes that to a whole new level. You know, similar to what gamers have expected from other generational shifts, this brings it to a whole new place. I mean, it's haptic feedback. It's these adaptive dynamic triggers. I mean, something no one's ever experienced before. And it really brings you closer to the game. And, you know, the biggest joy for us is putting this in the hands of developers, because developers want to push the technology as far as it can go to tell stories and really bring the gamer into their worlds. And we believe, you know, all of these things combined, as well as all the other great PS5 features we spoke about, really lead to a next generation experience. And in many cases,
You gotta
we
admire them
can't
for
take
not
everybody
going
with
straight
us
for the
from
jugular when it comes
previous
to Xbox
consoles
in that
into that
very
experience.
direct
You need
question.
new hardware.
Yeah,
You need new devices to
Whereas
experience what
Xbox
these
is doing the
developers
exact
want you to
opposite, and it's
experience.
because they're
And
the
I
lower
imagine,
dog. It
you know,
looks petty.
PS4, there'll still
Yeah,
be
it
games
does. It
coming
looks
out
like they're
for it. I
scared
mean,
as
it's
well.
not like
Yeah, it looks like what
pipeline
Samsung
stops
does
there,
to
but there's a
Apple.
sort of
It's
new
like,
set of
we don't
experiences
do
that
that,
will be
guys. We don't do
exclusive
that.
to PS5, right?
I'll
Exactly.
say
PlayStation 4 is a
it
big
definitely
part
feels
of
like they're
everything we
trying
do,
to
and it will
fill
continue
space
to be a
talking
big
about
part
the
of
controller
everything
because
we
the
do.
fact
There's
is we
a lot
know
more to come
as
from
long as the
PlayStation
controller
4.
does what
I
the
think most recently we're
DS4
seeing,
did, it's going to be
some of the
fine.
greatest titles
Yeah.
this generation have
Yeah.
released in recent weeks, but that will
Hey,
continue.
Sheps, are you playing this game?
And again, PlayStation 5 is the
I
next
have
generation
killed
product,
for
but
less.
again, we've got a lot to come for people on PlayStation 4. Still
I'm actually
a
going to
ton
check
of life.
my tracking.
Yeah, check your tracking.
When I was playing Astros, one of the things that my mind
Hey,
started
Isaac, man,
racing
how's
with
it
was
going, my boy?
thinking of how this is going
No
to
problems, man.
apply
If your
to
internet
a
drops
game
out,
like
it's
Ratchet.
cool.
'Cause,
We love you.
similar gameplay style, but with the audio, the speaker in the DualSense, and the haptics and the adaptive triggers.
Ratchet and Clank looks so freaking
One feature we
sick.
haven't talked much
really
about
does.
is the
Really does.
SSD and that sort of input-output on the device, and how that's going to allow a lot of
The
interesting
fact all
things.
these
And
worlds
when I saw
rendering
the
while you're
event
playing
in
is
June, that Ratchet trailer
insane.
just blew
So
me away of like
insane.
jumping between those worlds so quickly.
Because it means
and
that like
could you
you
maybe
might not
talk a bit
go
about
through
like
that world, but it's
that
up
feature,
and
which I
ready.
didn't
Like
really,
Yeah.
that's
Astro's not a game
mind-blowing.
I think that really is dry, needs the SSD to function the way it is. Can you talk a bit about the SSD and how that's going to impact
okay.
the experience?
There we go.
Sure. And this ties back nicely to your question about generations, because when you look at a game like Ratchet, and we've talked about a lot of different features today, and as you mentioned, we haven't mentioned SSD. That is another thing that will make the whole gaming experience different. It'll make it better, but it also allows the developers to do new things. It isn't just about faster loading time. And you take a great developer like Insomniac, and they found a way to say, okay, look, here's a game that could only be made on PlayStation 5, on this generation, using this technology. A lot of what you saw in the show, jumping through those different worlds instantly, just can't be done in most cases. And it needs new hardware. It needs
Like what he means is
new
it can't be done
power.
on
So
Xbox, but it
that's
sounds
something
so
we're looking forward
classy
to. I mean, all of
saying
these things come
Yeah.
together.
the way he says it.
Combine that
Can't
with
be
3D
done.
audio,
Full stop.
with the
Yeah.
controller,
Yeah, like in
ray
the
tracing. I
normal
mean,
way,
these are
it can't
great
be done.
experiences.
Our
and
way,
these
it
developers
can.
know how to harness
Everybody
every
else is the
piece
other
of
way.
those, every piece of those features to really bring you a unique experience. And that really speaks to what next gen is for us.
So that Ratchet game, like, couldn't be done on PS4. I guess if you did it, you'd have to fundamentally change the kind of the architecture and the gameplay of it.
Yes.
You would have to change it. You would have to change the way the game works.
This is the point. This is the thing. When Phil Spencer comes out and he's like,
Insomniac
we don't
had told
believe in
us,
generations. We
this-
want to make
this
no
hardware
exclusive
allows
games for the next 2
them to
years.
deliver on this
You're
vision.
hindering your
They
games
could
for the
not make
next
it.
2
If
years.
they
That's what
did,
you're
it'd just
doing.
be different.
You're
We would
getting
be playing
the
a
same
different
games
type
that
of
you get
game
on the
and
previous gen,
experience would
but for next gen prices.
Yeah, no, I have to
Yeah.
say after
The other
playing
thing
with
is,
the controller,
the more
DualSense,
we
and the
see
experience,
for
I
the
definitely got a
PS5,
sense
is
of
it
where you're
feels
taking
like
things.
this isn't the next generation.
Moving
This
forward,
is
and
different
let's
species.
talk
You
a
know,
bit
it
about
really
that, because you
feels
guys
like
had
this is
the big event, so many great
elite.
titles. I think
So-
gamers are very excited about PS5. I think we saw even this week there were rumors that pre-orders were happening and the Twitter lit
What's
up.
the
I don't know where
Amazon
these
pre-order
rumors
price?
start, but I have to
I
ask
don't
you,
think
like,
there is a price. I think it's like
are
1p
you about
or
to press the
something
button
like that.
now for pre-orders? Like,
That's
when
it.
can we expect to get our PS5?
Come on, come on.
No, definitely not now. We don't know what happened there. We had nothing to do with it. I got a message from someone saying people are lining up at stores, and we had no idea why. So I think it's safe to say, for all of your viewers, we'll let you know when pre-order will happen. We will let you know.
Oh,
It's
really?
not going to happen with a minute's notice. We're going to, at
Yeah,
some
there's
point,
no
let
price.
you know when you can pre-order a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, no
So
price yet.
please don't feel like you have to go run out and line up anywhere until you receive official notice on how that'll work. So I don't know how that happened. Don't know who did it. Wasn't us though.
Who was
So-
the
Well,
guy
but
at
look,
Amazon
I mean,
that flipped
as
the
a
Switch
marketer,
by
I'm sure
accident?
it's-
Who was the
Right.
guy?
There's much
Like,
anticipation for your
you can't put that back in the box.
Oh yeah,
so-
no, look, we absolutely love all of the PlayStation fans, and we're thrilled that they're excited about this product. And again, with this product, we're trying to bring them experiences they didn't think were possible. And you're experiencing some of that. One of the first people to experience that. I'm glad you had the experience that you did, because that's what we're hoping to get out of this. And unfortunately, given the current situation in the world, we would love to be out there having gamers start to touch the product. We would have done that in
Yeah.
normal years.
We would have
can't
had it
do
by
that.
now, bro.
So it's really hard. I know a lot of people are watching this and they're gonna really wonder, like, what are they talking about?
They're gonna be
This-
angry at me saying, "Why did he get one?" And I
Exactly. Why
Jeff
did
just
Jeff get
he's
to
just
do it?
flexing on us. That's all this
But I
is.
think it's really hard to describe. I mean, you've heard us talk about this, but now you've gone through the experience and you can see it's different.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, you and I have known each other for a long time, and I'm excited that you're in this worldwide role for PlayStation now to kind of unify, the messaging around the world. And there was a new tagline for PlayStation that showed up in the event in June, which I think was the first time people had
Was it
seen
the
it.
Power
Can you
of
maybe
Play? What
tell
was
us
it?
a bit about this
Yeah, I
new
think
kind
it
of
was that.
tagline, which is global for PlayStation?
Certainly, and thanks for noticing that. That was actually the last bit of the show. That was the last thing you saw on the show was this new line, which is "Play has no limits."
Play has no
And,
limits. That's it. That's it.
You know, as you said, we've known each other a long time, and you've known how the PlayStation organization was structured. And in the past, we were really separate groups around the world that all worked together and laddered up to a parent company. And in recent years, we've started to globalize, and we've seen great benefits from that in many parts of the organization. And so another part of this was the marketing piece. And really, if you look at great brands around the world, they all feel similar, or at least just to great degree similar. And a part of that is the global brand line. And these lines, if they're good, they stand the test of time and they stick with a brand for a long time.
Do you know what
so
this guy's like?
this was a hard job for
He's
the team.
clearly very
You know, we
good
went
at
back and we
marketing,
looked at this
and he
we
seems
thought,
like a
what
good guy
type of line
marketer,
would
but it's still
really
a lesson in
satisfy
marketing
the
what we're getting
world
right here.
and at the same
So it's
time
not-
live up to our
It's not
ambition
great.
as a company, as a brand.
Yeah.
And that was Play has no
this
limits.
guy isn't
You know,
Suits
that's what we
McSuit.
believe.
Yeah.
And there's many different ways to
But
interpret it, so I'm going to leave it
I
to
think
still-
he's a
the
suit.
viewers
Yeah,
to
he's still a
interpret it
suit.
the way they like.
He's a
But
sociable
you know,
suit.
for us,
Yes,
it is
yes.
really
He'll
about
go for a
speaking
drink
to
after work,
innovation
you know,
and
and I'll be
speaking
right.
about
Yeah, yeah.
new experiences that you can have with PlayStation that you never expected. And
Straight
really,
Reject
it's
says
how
no
we
back
push
button, so
ourselves. You know,
hopefully
we
Scuff will
don't
have a controller
constrain
out
ourselves.
for
We
the
wanna
release
push
the
the limits
PS5.
of gaming
I think
all
it'll
the
be a while
time.
before Scuff
You know,
get going
right
like
up
that.
to the
But
Yeah,
also,
end
there
of
was that
everything we
pattern
do,
as
we're
well that we
constantly
saw for
pushing
like an
to deliver
attachment
something new,
for the
something
DualSense
best in
5 that would
class.
be like
And,
a
I'm
wireless
excited about this, 'cause
charger
I would say,
and back
Jeff,
button. So maybe that's
Yeah.
coming.
been
We don't
around
know.
the
It
industry
might
for
be
a
just
very
Yeah,
long
like
time.
a
I would
backpack
challenge
thing,
you
you
to
know, you
name
stick on the back and you get
all
the
of
two
the PlayStation
buttons, which
taglines this
I would think
past
they would do, and I
generation
bet
around the
that's
world.
way
You
cheaper than
couldn't,
I don't want to
because there
spend
were a ton of them
$150
out
on a Scuff
I was
And
gonna
so,
say, I know
yeah.
Greatness
DualSense
Awaits
5
beyond that.
Yeah.
It's
after
like,
having,
yeah, I don't even
you know,
know.
like it's just too much money at
There
the
were a
minute.
lot of
Yeah.
them, and it, you know, that's why we really wanted to get this together. And of course, the line will be localized.
Was it for the players, I think, or something in the UK, maybe?
For the players? Exactly,
Yeah.
was the line that was used across most parts of Europe, but
Yeah.
there were a lot more than that. So we looked at this and we said, no, let's get one line that solidifies the brand.
I didn't
Also,
know there were
look and
different
feel of the brand is
brand
changing
tags
slightly. You saw
for-
some of
I
that
thought it was all
during
global.
the event.
I
a
didn't
few
know that
weeks ago,
either.
and that
I
will
mean, I
also
always
be
knew for the
global. So it'll
players,
be a
but that's
very
because we
Yeah,
were in
me
the
too.
UK.
global brand.
Well, again, there's a lot of love for PlayStation and what you guys have teased us with PS5 this year. I think it's been such an interesting rollout of you never know when something's going to pop
A lot
up
of
on
love for
Twitter.
PlayStation,
or
100
the box
million
art
units, you
itself
don't
was
say.
trending when you put out the Miles box. So who knows what's
Hey,
next?
Miles
I can't let you
Morales.
go without everyone
forward to
online
that.
wants to know about like, are we going to get other colors of controllers or consoles?
Come
I
on.
imagine for launch, it's like hard enough to get one out, but is that on the roadmap?
We'll talk about it at some point.
Hey,
Right now,
that's confirmed,
yeah,
lads.
as you mentioned,
Yes,
it's a hard
that's
enough
it.
job to get the the unit that we've showed out. So
Yeah,
That's
basically
more
confirmed.
colors. Yeah, come on, more
All right,
colors. Here
well,
we
know
go,
there'll
guys.
be
Here
two
we
of them,
go.
all digital one as well coming out, and
Even
we're
if that just
excited
means
to,
they're doing a
to
black
see what's in
version
store
of-
for
Right.
PlayStation. I'm sure there are more surprises, but yeah,
Mate,
it's an
I want it
exciting
in
year
the
for the
original
industry.
PS1
that
grey.
These new consoles are coming out. I never
Oh,
thought there'd be
That's what they need
mate,
to do.
a console launch.
Come out with the
that
black
Yeah,
one, a
well,
white
that's
one,
I would
original
never think my
PS1
first
grey.
hands on
Done.
would be
You know,
in my
you know he
own
was saying
place
about like
with a PS5 controller.
remembering
But
the tradition and
take
the
it.
generation
And they
stuff,
quickly
but
took
the
it away,
controls
so I
moved
don't have
away.
it
Will
anymore.
bring me
So,
the grey
Woo.
and the
we'll
coloured
check it out
buttons.
again.
You know,
Hopefully
like,
Bring it
this
back,
holiday
bring it back.
season.
right?
Eric Lempel, great to have you with
Was
us.
it leaked
and,
or was it
thanks
a
for giving
mock-up?
us a little
Because there was a
bit
lot
of,
of great mock-ups.
hope and
Jess.
excitement this year about
Yeah, I
PS5.
think-
I think it's
Send it
also
to
we
me,
did
send it to
we
some.
me.
need. And
Yeah, we did one
Lost
of- we
Logic
better fuck-
did
playing it later
tons.
this year.
We
Like,
had conversations,
Thanks,
brand
Jeff. It
deals
was
from
great
Nero.
speaking with you as always.
They did look good.
Yeah. Is that the end of it? Jeff, my
Yeah, I
man?
think that's it.
SummerGameFest.com.
Do you know what's funny is literally, but like the day before they announced they were doing this, I think I was saying to Rob, like, what happened to Summer Games Fest?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like we haven't heard anything.
This was the first time they were doing it, and I think it was just it was very untested. They were like, okay, so we're gonna have some this month, and then there was like a 2 weeks of nothing, and then we're gonna have 4 more events, and there was like another 2 weeks of nothing. It's like, what happened to Summer Game Fest?
Yeah.
Oh god. Anyway, guys, that was the DualSense controller shown off there by Jeff Keighley. It was interesting. It was a bit
was
more
a
than
controller.
yeah, it was a controller, and we said at the beginning, like, how much could they possibly show us, right? Like, how much is
Yeah.
there to actually show?
Unless you're showcasing a game.
Yeah.
Which they kind of did, but it's like a throwaway game. It comes with the PlayStation. It's like Knack, you know. It's like it's a demo game in the sense that, do you remember when back in the day when you would get gaming magazines and it would come with a demo disc?
Uh-huh.
That's what Knack and this game are for gamers. They're like, stay, you know, stay on a console, wait, like there's other stuff coming to this, and it's like the thing that devs play to go, okay, what can the console do? All right, maybe I can play with this, you know? It's not a quote unquote real game, which is not fair because I know they both are real games. But
Oh,
I don't know, man. It's a placeholder
shit.
game.
So I'm gonna send you a link just now. So this was a link that Catsper sent me. It's apparently a picture of some promotional art for, I think it's the Xperia One, which is like a camera, I think. And they've
Damn,
got
that looks good in my the Vader black and the red.
a black
Hells
PS5. A black PS5 with red, and it's got a black controller with red lights down the side. That looks really good.
Yeah.
I don't
Like I
know
was saying.
what the thing is though. Like with a camera and a PlayStation. Like, you know, if you're buying a camera, you're gonna want a PlayStation 5 as well. So why don't we just chuck that in the bundle as well? You know.
Right.
It seems a bit weird. But well, okay, but that's very interesting.
It looks good.
There we go.
It looks great. I mean, I know this console's kind of a bit divisive on looks. I personally think it looks great.
Yeah.
You know, just me anyway.
Damn, I think it looks great. I think it looks great too.
Yeah.
Shit, that was interesting. So we got to see the controller. We got it in someone's hand, so we get a rough sort of size of it. It does look bigger and beefier than the DualShock 4. Don't know how I feel about it because I do kind of like the DualShock 4. But I trust Sony enough to come up with like a decent design for a controller. Like, they're not completely wacky and they're like, we've reinvented the controller when the controller was perfect. You know, they're not going to do that, I don't think. So
I remember
we'll see.
last gen, because the PS3 controller was significantly smaller than the DualShock 4.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, people were saying, oh, you know, we need a bigger controller for it. But when it came out, there were a lot of complaints saying it's too big, and they died out within like a week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I suspect this might be the case where they're like, you know, they tweak the angle by a few degrees, like up and out, and, you know, and it just suddenly, like, it feels a bit clunky because you've just spent 7 years on the DualShock 4. But within like a week, it's definitely possible that it becomes like a real favorite. Otherwise, for the PS6, they get to go back. You know, they can say like, "Hey, look, we know you've all been wanting it, so we've returned back to the way it used to be. You know, a heritage." Yeah.
With PS3, I never had a problem with PS3 playing back in the day. Like, people would say that it's really small, like it's meant for like a girl's hand. They go, they're like really small, and the handle parts are like really tiny. I never had a problem with it. I don't know why, even though I've got fairly big hands. But then again, this was the time when I used to play my PS3 standing for like 8 hours straight. So
you wouldn't notice it.
I wouldn't notice even that. So, you know, that's something. Later, Casper, by the way. And when we made the switch to DualShock 4, it was like opening my eyes for the first time. I was like, oh my god, why wasn't this the standard all along? Why wasn't this the standard? And it's perfect. So I am a bit uneasy to find they've changed it, so not so drastically, but drastically-ish. That doesn't even make sense. Drastically means a lot, and I said ish.
I wouldn't be surprised to find that it looks like a bigger change than it feels like, if that makes sense. A lot of it is visual. And, like, I would tend to agree. I did think the DualShock 3 was small.
Really?
A little bit. But, you know, I'm in it for the gaming. I don't really care as long as it's somewhat comfortable to use the controller. I don't really care, right?
Yeah.
But then obviously when it's improved, you're like, oh wow, this is better than the past thing. So I think it'll be one of those where you pick it up and you're like, oh yeah, this is nice. Like the weight difference, for example. Like I didn't think the PS1 controllers were too light when I was playing it.
Nah.
Now I picked one up like 2 weeks ago and I was like, no, it feels like I'm playing with air. I couldn't do this, you know. It's just there's nothing there. So I don't know, like
you know the Scuff controllers.
Mm-hmm.
The Scuff DualShock 4 controllers, they're pretty chunky. Like they're chunkier, closer to an Xbox design, but with like PlayStation button layouts.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if those people have any comments to make. I mean, they probably buy it because they liked the Xbox design or something like that. But that's probably closer to what we're going to be getting because it's like more chunkier, more like rounded. If I don't really know how to describe it, but like
honestly,
the different shape.
As someone that played the Xbox series through to the 360, the biggest thing is the offset sticks. Like I know that it is a chunkier controller, but you don't care as long as you can hold on to it and reach the buttons. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. It's where your fingers and thumbs go, right?
Yeah.
And as long as they're in an ergonomic spot, it really doesn't matter, and you will learn the new spot. You know, like let's say hypothetically we switch to an Xbox and we get the offset sticks.
Yeah.
Within 2 weeks, you won't remember that it's in a weird spot. It's just where your thumbs are going to go to, you know?
Yeah, I feel
it's
you.
not that big a deal. It's only a big deal when you're used to it and thinking about, but if I did it, you know, like once you just are doing it, it just becomes the way so quickly.
It's like when PC players they're used to playing on like keyboard and mouse and whatnot, and mouse is fantastic. It's the best way to aim. Anyone who says any differently is just stupid. But keyboard is the worst thing since anything, since razor blades and lemon juice on your balls. Since then, but the thing is that they're so deeply ingrained in playing like that because they don't really have any other option. You can't play half controller, half mouse. It doesn't really work like that.
The keyboard does also have some advantages, like for Fallout, for example, like switching to all your weapons and stuff.
Yeah, cycling and hotkeys is definitely much more efficient that way. Yeah. But pressing backwards, forwards, sprint, jump on a keyboard is the worst thing to do. With a keyboard. With a mouse, perfect. It's the best thing in the world. Actually, the best thing in the world. But playing on a keyboard is, as I said, lemon juice and razor blades rubbed on your testicles. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. There's no solution though. So what can we do? How did everyone else feel? Give me some feedback, guys. Give me some feedback. Just saying. But when are you playing Ghost of Tsushima again, Eddie? Well, I'll be playing it before Sheps, I think.
Wow.
Look, I'm only going to get to do this for another hour or so, and then you're going to get the game. I think
if it comes today. If it doesn't come today, I'm not going to order anything from Amazon ever. That's not true.
Shit, yeah, I was going to say. Oh, our boy Isak donated £5 to us. One second, let me just pull that up so I can read his comment. Oh, it's just a donation. Just a donation. Thank you so much, Isak, for that donation. You are helping the bros out. Your name as well is probably going to have to go on the Super Bros list because you've donated so much to us over the past couple of weeks and whatnot. Feel free to up your pledges on there as well. You don't have to do donations if you don't want to. You can do it on there, and you get all the perks as well of being over there. There you go.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Isak. You're such a gamer. I think Casper as well gave you a burn as well. He's saying, well, guys, see you later. I'm going to go play some Ghost of Tsushima, unlike Sheps.
Wow. I'm just getting rinsed like a flannel.
Like a flannel. All right. Was there anything? Oh, so Diego says I was just excited to get this controller before the stream as I was after. Okay, so nothing changed. Nothing changed for you.
Look, I'm kind of the same way. Like I don't care that it gives me more sounds. I would kind of expect that from 7 years additional technological advancement. The fact that you can blow on it to do stuff is an interesting concept, but like I was thinking, that'd be great for like kids games, you know, when you hand it to your little cousin and stuff. But then I realized it just means your little cousin's going to be spitting all over your freaking DS5.
Oh God.
You know,
I've got my little cousin's going to be coming. My little niece is going to be coming with my brother, and I'm just thinking about it now. I would not give my controller to my little niece. It's gonna
Right.
be covered in like jam and shit. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Their hands are always so sticky. Why are they sticky all the time?
I don't understand. Sometimes you just take them out of the bath and then you just put them down for a second. Suddenly they're sticky again. I don't get it.
It's so bad.
First of all, Isak, he goes, "It's no problem, lads. I like supporting the creators I watch and enjoy." Oh,
Gamer.
I mean, he's clearly he's got like a brain disorder because he enjoys us. Don't really understand how that happens.
Yeah, right.
And also, Mr. Shen goes, "Blow the controller," as well as Diogo saying the same thing. Yeah, you have to blow the controller, just
Yeah.
like as deep as you can do it. As deep,
It's
take a
like
big
the
deep
reverse
breath.
of an auto blow.
That's it right there.
Jas is off to play Ghost of Tsushima. I'll come back in 7 years when Shep's copy gets delivered. I have the big sad,
boy.
and you guys are making it a bigger sad.
Do you know what? This is... I don't wish this upon you because I've been on the receiving end of it when a game gets delayed and whatnot, so I know how bad it is. But if it didn't come for, like, today, and then it didn't come tomorrow, and at the end of tomorrow they go, "Oh, sorry, the delivery's been failed," I don't know, they crush the box or whatever it might be, and then you order it again, and by that time it's like, "Oh, the next shipment's going to be coming in like 3 days' time," and it's extra delayed, we could make this whole thing. I would make a t-shirt of your sad face and Ghost of Tsushima just being, like, out of reach, just like, I can't
I
reach it.
actually want to play it. It would be funny if we could like turn it into content, but I actually want to play it.
you
If it
wanna
was
play
something- If it was AC Valhalla,
Oh, yeah.
which was like, it's like, oh yeah, it'd be cool to play, but it's not like I don't really care when it comes.
Yeah.
That would be funny. But this, I actually want it.
Just goes, "My copy of Assassin's Creed Origins was delivered to Sweden, so I know how you feel, Sheps."
What?
How did it get delivered to Sweden? To explain the logic that went through that, please.
Like he meant to type what Swansea in, but put like it autocorrected to Sweden. And...
And they just ignored the rest of the thing, like, you know,
Right.
16 Ho Lane, SW something.
Right. That's it.
You know, well, clearly this is going to Sweden. All right, it was a bit of a cheap
Everybody's
delivery.
copy came this morning, or like yesterday, and here I am. So I think it was Kuba was like, just order it, digitally, and I'm like, yeah, but you can't get it early if you order it digitally, and I've often got games early,
Yeah.
but that's mainly because I'm not going to Amazon, and I was just like, oh, I'll do the Amazon thing, right? Because I didn't want to risk the place you go to in case it was 8 days late again, right? God damn it.
Jas, if you can, if there's more to this story that makes it like extra cool, explain it in detail, write it into next week's True Gamer podcast so we can read it out, so we
Yes.
can talk about it. That would be something funny to talk about. My one for the first time came early, like it came for the first time in a while anyway. It's come early, like 1 day early, but still early nonetheless. Yeah, that was quite cool. Just so you guys know, some people were confused of whether or not I'll be streaming the whole of Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not going to be doing the whole of it. I'll pop on every now and again. I'll be like, do you know what? I'm playing it, and I feel like streaming and chatting with you guys. Let's do this right now. But other than that, I'm going to be playing it by myself, so we can play it in time for the for like a review on like the True Gamer podcast, something like that. So
Yeah,
so
cool.
don't expect that every day or something like that. I also want to get back to Assassin's Creed, Come on, guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do have other stuff that you're like in the middle of streaming, right?
Yeah, I paused Assassin's Creed so I can do the whole of The Last of Us. Done that. Got to get back to it. Yeah.
Fair.
All right. I think that's pretty much all we've got to talk about, right? I mean, it wasn't a lot to talk about in the first place, but we've strung it out for an hour like typical YouTubers.
Yeah, we managed to make it stretch.
Exactly. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I think that's everything, man.
I think that was everything. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this. It was a last-minute sort of live stream that we just set up. Thank you for hanging with us, talking with us about some gaming and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
we
buddy.
will see you. The next thing on the list is the Xbox Showcase on the 23rd. So look forward to that.
Sick.
Get ready
We're
for
all
that.
looking forward to that.
Definitely.
They're
Whoa,
looking
boy.
so strong this generation.
Apparently, like people were saying, oh, there's going to be the Lockhart, there's going to be the price of the console, the release
Jesus
date.
Christ, the Lockhart would be a kill shot. They might as well start a shotgun. Seriously, what is...
Apparently, Aaron Greenberg's come out to try and temper everyone's expectations. We are just going to talk about the games, he said. So games for 1 hour.
What games? They don't have any.
That's the thing. They said early development, so don't expect them for the next couple of years. I'm like, well, that's just cheating. Come on, man. If you haven't got anything to show, don't show it.
It's not pro-consumer. Their move of like, we won't have any Series X exclusive titles for 2 years isn't pro-consumer. It's anti-industry.
They're just trying to pad it out. They're trying to, like, keep the engine running and like what's that? Tread water until they can get to the next release. But who even knows if that's going to be a good release? You never know, right?
I think you're right.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for swinging by. It's been awesome chatting to all you guys, and we will see you guys in the next one. We'll see you guys next time, ladies and gents.
Thanks for hanging, guys. We appreciate you. Thanks for all your donations. Everybody that's checking out Conversations on patreon.com/Conversations and the Discord and all our channels. Is there anything else we need to pin?
And Conversations podcast tomorrow. A couple of announcements right at the beginning as well. Check that out. And yeah, see you later. Bye.
Awkward pause while we finish the stream. We love you guys. We'll see you on the Discord.
And